Well, we've decided to come to a place where I used to come a lot as a kid. Victoria Park in Hackney. I haven't been here for, well, I reckon it's about 45 years since I was here last. And it's quite busy. We've just come in through Cadogan Gate, which is one of the side gates to the east side. And the first thing we've come into is one of these alcoves. I'll turn you around and show it properly. Now, I used to see these as a kid, never took no notice, but you know what it's like when you get older. Things start to interest you a bit more. And these were part of the original London Bridge.
Yeah,
Back in 1860, yeah.
Mad, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, so all the times I've seen this, and I didn't have a clue what it was. There you go. Part of the old London Bridge. So you'll have to forgive me, so it's been, like I said, 40 odd years since I was here last, so if I start pointing stuff out and saying that wasn't here, and this has changed, then you know why.
And I've never been here.
And yeah, SJ's first venture to my old stomping ground.
It's quite close, because that's got to be the city, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you can see how busy it is.
I think this is going to be a long walk around this park.
So yeah, this is the east side of the park. It used to be part of Hackney years ago, but now the entire park is all under the borough of Tower Hamlets. Yeah, it's quite popular, as you can see, especially with runners and cyclists.
Going down that way?
No, follow the main road round.
Trees are lovely, aren't they?
We're just walking past this little bit of greenery and we could hear the ring-necked parakeets that were everywhere in Spain, and it looks like they've invaded this park as well. You can hear them everywhere.
One up there. It's up there, look. Oh, probably pooped now.
Quite a few of them, aren't there? They do say they're everywhere in London now. I don't know if it's pets that have escaped or they're noisy buggers, aren't they?
Yeah, because he's trying to get rid of that squirrel, look.
Me and my friend used to come around here when we were teenagers and run around this park in the morning before school. And there was only like one or two people doing the same, but now it seems to be everyone's out running and jogging.
The streets are so busy
Yeah.
that you can't run anywhere. Beautiful people everywhere you go now.
Well, everyone is just having a go, aren't they? Some of them, you think, yeah, fair enough. Those 2 blocks of flats you see there we used to have a paper round them. We used to have to go to those at 6 in the morning.
Those like white ones.
Yeah, the 2 sort of taller ones behind the houses. And I was in the one on the right there. And the light in the lift was still working, but the light was gone. And the night before, I just watched, I must have been 13, 14. And there was a programme called Salem's Lot. David Soul was in it, the guy at Starsky and Hutch. And it's quite scary when you're 13, 14. And I had to get up the next day to do my paper run, and the light in the lift wasn't working. And we're going to the top floor, and you don't see anyone around. And there was a really tall guy with pale complexion just standing there when I nearly crap myself.
Do you have a torch?
No! Well, most of the time the lights are working, but yeah, so that was an experience.
No, I wouldn't have liked that.
No, I didn't. Oh, there you go. If you turn around, you can see the Olympic Park there as well. So there's another entrance there, which is the main one we used to use. And if you can just see beyond that green area there, it's called Wells Street Common. Wells Street so named. In medieval times there was a well there, like most places, named after, you know, Pudding Lane and all this sort of stuff, where the Great Fire of London was. But Wells Street was where Tesco's started. A guy called Jack Cohen started Tesco's, and his first, whether it was a market store, I think it was a market store, and he started in that, and then went on from there. Cricket nets have always been there, and the tennis court's just further along, which we used to
Yeah,
go
it's
to.
a lovely park.
Yeah. This in the day, I don't know if it's this exact bit here behind that railing, or a bit further along, but it was an adventure playground.
Something in there.
I think it's a bowls club now.
Yeah, it looks like both.
But this is back, you're talking in the 70s, 80s, early 80s, 70s. And the adventure playgrounds around this sort of area then were, there was no health and safety, it was just planks and planks of wood built as high as you can in stacks, with bits of rope hanging from them, and the amount of kids used to fall off and knock themselves out.
Well, concrete,
It was
there was
unbelievable.
no...
It was all grass, it was, it was mainly wood, everything was like wooden planks, and but these adventure playgrounds obviously got rid of it after. Kids probably died, but I remember seeing people knocked out and stuff, falling off and having accidents. More parrots.
Huh.
Cool. Not like a lot of these parks, they used to have like paddling pools for the kids back in the day. I think there was a row of 2 or 3 of these things. One was a pond,
No
one was
bathing in boat, boating lake.
a paddling pool. Yeah, I think it did start as back in the day as a bathing area for people, you know, back in the Victorian days. They'd come to swim or exercise or just wash probably. Apparently this place saw a lot of action during the war, Second World War. They had the big anti-aircraft guns here and things.
I don't know which way.
This way. Now that, you can still see the outline of it, but this was a proper fenced off athletics track. And it looks like it's still there, but we used to come with my secondary school. The first few years of that was in between the parks. This park's divided by a road. This is the bigger area, but that was where we used to come sports days and games lessons, PE lessons.
You push you in.
Yeah, nice big greenery areas. I think over there, that big field there is where they do festivals and things now. I haven't done any proper research into any of this. I'm just trying to wing it from what I remember. But it's definitely been had some money spent on it, but that was probably a few years ago. Yeah, they've got a lot for the kids now, by the looks of it. And skateboarding places and nice open greeneries. Imagine in the summer, it'd be an ideal place to come, wouldn't it?
Lovely. Oh, it's warm.
It is really warm. Lucky it was raining where we are at home. Bright as well. Because my secondary school was just off of where the road splits the park, we used to come here over lunchtime. And in the winter time, this would freeze over. I can remember one of my friends trying to cross to the island, and the ice didn't hold. Going back to school with a frozen leg. But it could have been worse, I suppose. Oh, there you go, there's the memorial. It's Burdett-Coutts garden. I'm sure it's called a drinking fountain, but so my memories of this is the centre bit always being there, but these water features that surrounding it, I don't remember them being there, if I'm honest. They might well have been, but they definitely didn't have water in them. But yeah, this is exactly the same. Oh, there's the bandstand over there. That's the proper bandstand.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is a fountain.
It's a fountain. Yeah, drinking fountain. There you go. Yeah, I was just saying, I don't remember
Water would pour.
Water
Water would pour
features.
from the 4 cherubs vases and silver-plated cups and chains allowing the poor East Londoners sanitary drinking water.
Oh, okay.
This was the first of many East Londoners who had often drunk from the filthy bathing lakes nearby.
Yeah, I don't remember these water bits being here. Well, they're there, look, they're not on there. On these, they're not there, so it must be a new addition. The park's divided, this is like 2/3 of it, and the narrower side. And then across the road, you've got another third of the park, where the boating lake is. Well, my last bit of info on this side of the park is, that's the road cutting through there, is where those cars are parked there was a Lido there, an open air swimming pool. It was quite a big one. I think you get, 1,000 people.
Is it gone now then?
Oh God, yeah, it's all knocked down. Got knocked down, I think, in as far as I can remember, in the late 80s, early 90s, they got rid of it. Not many people
Isn't it a shame they got
it.
rid of Lidos?
Oh yeah, but it was in the summer holidays. My mum used to take us.
Yeah,
It
because
was massive, you know.
you're not
It
near
was freezing, but it was. It was
you're not
a good
near the
place to
sea,
go.
the beach.
Yeah,
So you need the Lidos to...
yeah. No, it was. I think it's old, you know. It got bombed in the war. That's how old it was, you know. So it was early 1905 or something like that, I would have thought. But it got bombed and then repaired. And yeah, during the 70s, it was heaving in the summer holidays. But if you look on the map at this place, you can still see the outline of it. And that's what, 35 years ago since it was there? Yeah, so basically my secondary school was in 2 buildings. First 3 years, lower school. Second 2, 3, if you stayed on, was in the upper school. And this was the lower school.
Ah, where's the entrance here?
Used to be there. There, that gate there, look, says infants. So obviously back in the day, this was God knows how old it is. It was more black, so it's obviously been scrubbed up and turned into flats. But it was just a comprehensive secondary school.
Oh, it's not a school now, is it?
Don't think so. But where that building is, there used to be like outside toilets there. And another block around the back. But anyway, we just had to wander up to have a look at it. Yeah, that top right-hand side window was where my first year class was there.
So is this Hackney now then?
This is Hackney, yeah. The border of Hackney stops where, as soon as we get to the park, this is called South Hackney. Well, this school was called South Hackney School when I was there.
I think it's really nice round here.
There you go, as you see, there's Tower Hamlets there. That was Conker Tree. It still is a Conker Tree, by the looks of it. You won't know because of the leaves, but you just climb up that to get the conkers down. And just up there on it's obviously not going to be in now, the other side of this green area, they even had, a lot of the parks in London did, like Clissold Park as well, they had like pens with deer in. So you could go and feed the deer and stuff like that. Obviously don't have that sort of thing now. But yeah, not like a zoo, but it was like little pens. When I was a kid, like a youngish, you could rent the boats out and go out on the boat and row it. And then when I was, 12, 13, they stopped doing that and you couldn't. And then it was like that for years, and I think they've revamped it again, obviously, and you can do that again now.
Like
And
pedalo?
It weren't a pedalo back then, it was oars,
Oh, okay.
proper rowing boats.
That's lovely.
Sun's
isn't
bright
it?
here, isn't it? Yeah.
It'd be nice to live by here and be able to come over for...
Oh, they've got like a Japanese
wonder.
pagoda thing there, look.
Oh, yeah.
That's new. Fountain's good, isn't it? I'd imagine this is where you get the boats from, isn't it? But I can't see any boats. They must shut it all down for the winter. So we're just skirting the lake now, and then we're going to get to the end of the park and pick up the canal path and walk in to get the train. Yeah, I'm guessing the boat inside of it must be seasonal then, which would make sense. It'd be cold, freezing cold. And birds. I suppose you'd be disturbing all the birds, wouldn't you? Unless they haven't got the boats anymore, I don't know. I thought they did though. Look at all this lot. They're obviously used to people coming up and feeding them, aren't they? Yeah. We're going to pick up the towpath in the canal now.
Think they just stored because it's winter then?
Maybe. I mean, they're probably the homes of some of these people, aren't they? You know?
That's nice. Not all live.
Yeah. Some are looked after better than others.
They
by
got
the
all
looks
live
of them,
boxes.
aren't
I think that's got solar on.
they? Yeah. Yeah, you see some of these for rent on Airbnb. Well, not whether it's these particular ones or not, I wouldn't like to say, but you do see them. Yeah, it's obviously a common mooring area, isn't it? Like two abreast there. Yeah, that's where the bridge goes over the water there. Over the lake to the island, and there's another bridge on the other side of it.
That's got a bloody boat on top, look. That one.
Oh yeah.
Boat on top of the boat. Where would you go then from here?
Well, this is what they call the Regent's Canal. Goes up past Regent's Park, London Zoo. Right. When you get up towards King's Cross area, there's a really long tunnel. I think it's about a mile long, all darkness. Pretty there, isn't it?
It's lovely.
Busy. Waterway's busy, isn't it? Oh, that's the end of the park. So we'll just go to the other side of it. So that's this there, west side. Can't believe how many boats there are, look. They're going for miles, didn't they? Oh yeah, see, some are in better condition than others, aren't they, for sure.
And big.
Yeah, some of them are huge. Well, that was the end of our little adventure through Victoria Park. We're just going to pick up the towpath. Nice quiet way getting back onto the... We want more parrots. Right, I've just come a bit further along the towpath from where we're going up to join that main road, because this, when I was a kid, was a coach garage. Empress Coaches that used to be, where I had my Saturday job. You won't find this very interesting, but the reason I've stopped just to record this bit is because even though that was dilapidated, this was the place where TV shows and films were made along this little stretch, and we've seen it. I've seen Empress Coaches on
It's got Empress
2 episodes. Is it?
Works on top.
Oh, there you go, Empress Works. There you go. I didn't even spot that. But 2 episodes of Luther were filmed inside there. The beginning of the very first, the gentleman.
Yeah.
Not the gentleman. What's it called? The one with Taron Egerton,
Yeah.
Majesty's. What's that called?
Something gentleman.
Yeah, not on Gently Conduct. I know Majesty's. Where's Majesty's? Oh, what's that called? Oh,
The London Gentleman.
no, not League of Gentlemen. We'll skip round that. And also one of the Fast and Furious films was filmed inside there. So yeah, for a little spot, and it was all dilapidated then, and they filmed inside a bit. But yeah, sometimes we used to come down. This was dead. No one would come along here. But sometimes we'd come out with a grappling hook at the end of a rope and chuck it in so we could find. Never ever found anything of value. Right. Till next time, we'll see you again.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.